Are you a stingy bastard who'd rather break their back on the dining chair instead of premium gaming comfort for your arse? Then enter my competition to win a free noble chair before you become an even bigger loser when the thing closes on the 19th of April. Alright there, my name's Ragtag, and today we're going to talk about why people are so bad at Apex Legends. I feel fully qualified to explain why this is because, well, as you can see, I can just stand here AFK and still pick up the victory. What was I doing, you may ask? Taking a shite because of a nuclear turtle head is my response. So, if I can win Apex Legends while I'm on the bog, you should definitely be listening to me. Because it's feats like this that allowed me to climb to the top of the fucking mountain to become the greatest gutter tier gamer that ever lived. Now, there are a plethora of reasons why people appear to be playing the game with an inverted screen, or it looks like your teammate has loaded up his game onto a laptop and is aiming their Spitfire with a goddamn finger trackpad, but let's go through some points, none of which apply to me because I'm an unstoppable monster at this game and I'm totally not just listing my own skill set for easy reference. Anyway, consequence. It's a fairly simple concept, isn't it? Yet, the amount of losers or big brass-balled idiots that disregard the simplistic nature of the universe, which is causality, it never ceases to amaze me. Cause and effect. Cause? You're a fucking idiot. Effect? You get destroyed and then call the enemy a hacker to protect the testosterone that's leaking out of your nutsack. Now here's a good example for you with that consequence.
Yeah. Ah, okay, you found the best gun in the game. Cool.
Yeah, well, I got one too.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Alright, fine, my mate went down. I picked him back up after popping that Bangalore in the back of the head, and there's a second dude outside from the same squad. He tries and opens the door. We close it. They're not coming in here, so what does he do? Just let him kick the door down.
Oh, that was a mistake, wasn't it?
I'm assuming that the idiot Pathfinder has already seen there are quite a few people inside because, well, you would know that from looking inside the fucking window. Now, this player made several mistakes, but his biggest one was not realizing that the time it takes to kick a door in is less than the time it takes for me to smash his stupid robot face to pieces before he can even point his weapon at me. Now, this leads me to follow on to my next reason why people are so bad at this game, and that is risk and reward. Now, that Pathfinder that I shot straight in the circuit board, I mean, his teammate was in there, and yes, there were 3 people looking like they might be playing hide the sausage with the person that's down, but look, the risks of letting someone bleed out are more than just a lowering of your survival chances. I get it, it's also because a lot of people leave the game in the early stages, so people might try and step it up and go big dick to try and win it all in Skulltown, but the reward just sometimes isn't worth it when the risk completely ends the game for you. 2v3 is winnable if you're willing to manage that risk and get it down by maybe by doing a little reality check. When I'm solo queuing, I like to talk to myself out loud and say, hey, dumb fuck, you just picked up light ammo and you've got a Spitfire and a Peacekeeper, you don't need it! That is, unless you want to draw a dick in the sand. Anyway, it is handy to talk your moves through out loud to yourself. Just hold yourself accountable for the riskier plays you might embark upon. Should I kick in this door? No, you shouldn't, you stupid fucking idiot. Or maybe you've been in one firefight, you're about to get yourself into another one, and you should say, hey, my shields are low right now, so I'm going to be engaging with 1 bar, which is actually half of a level 1 body shield. Even if your armor's purple, that doesn't fucking matter. All of these little details brings your attention to the dumb fuck moments that you are very capable of and helps you keep them in check. Now let's move on to act or react. If you don't know the difference between these two, then this is why you're a terrible player. When I first started this game, I queued with 2 mates of mine who were just naturally gifted at Battle Royales and anything FPS related. And within a couple of hours of gaming with them, I was hating every minute of my experience because I was winning games and getting less than 2 kills every match. I sometimes still get less than 2 kills every match, but that's not the point. I remember making a joke back then, it ended up in one of the videos I made saying something about how good Apex Legends spectator mode was while I was still running it around. Yeah, I was alive and in spectator mode because I always saw the ends of combat and never managed to do any damage. And the simple reason is that I was reacting to what my teammates had instigated. They would act, seek out clueless nublets who had no audio positional awareness and rack up the kills. If you find yourself in a game where you feel hard carried, don't worry, you're shite, and that's alright. But to keep up with the pack, you have to act fast, start more fights than you receive, and the kills will come. Not ready. Yeah, you know these arseholes, they're not ready to fight because they don't have a level 3 body shield. They only have a Spitfire, but it doesn't have an extended mag, so they'd run the fuck away. This category of player may end up surviving pretty well when it comes to real-life scenarios that are incredibly likely, such as a zombie apocalypse, but not a Battle Royale where the circumstances are almost never perfect. An experienced warrior makes the best of whatever they are, uses whatever they have, and what they know to get through combat. And playing 50 long games where you manage to run your way into the top final 3 squads isn't going to make you a better player than someone who spent the exact same amount of time playing the game, but they had 100 matches where they got constantly wrecked, but they were also constantly tested, and they had to find their combat wits via their balls. Next up, time kills information. You ever played a game where your teammate goes down? He screams at you that the enemy is 1 HP. They're like, dude, kill him now, punch him and he'll die. And a lot of the time, they might be right. And what they don't know is, though, that you're shite. Also, if you're not right next to your teammate who had his eyes on the opponent, maybe he's now lost sight of him, the guy might run around the corner, whatever, pop a shield battery, maybe they've even got a fast heal backpack and happened even faster. But what a lot of losers fail to understand is the more time that passes after that information, the less accurate it becomes. Yeah, he was 1 HP, but if it takes you more than 5 seconds to get to that enemy location, make sure you've reloaded, recharge, and don't jump in like a donkey that just sat on a dildo and wants to buck the thing out again. And now we've got ring damage. You'd be amazed at the psychology of the rings closing in, where everyone shites themselves, feeling something squeezing around their dick, because everyone wants to avoid the humiliating death of tick damage. But so many people don't even know how much it actually does. 1 damage per tick isn't that big of a deal in the first round. So if you smell that puss after winning a fight, but the guy's kind of running away or whatever, absolutely go there and chase that bastard down. Likewise, if you get downed early, and you certainly will because you're terrible at this game, but maybe you had decent gear or you had a level 2 body shield, and I mean, that's not bad early on. Don't give up on that thing so easily if your respawn point is like the middle of the desert or something. Yeah, I think this should be a series. I'm so bad at this game I could write a book about it. However, I'll just sell you a fucking mug instead. Also, if you want to catch me live on Twitch, then you can see how a real top 5 million player destroys the competition, and yeah, that'll do on board now. Take it easy, shut your fucking mouths, catch you on the next one later.